From DTV Studios, this is DTV News, DHS's news source.
Good morning, Davison. Today is Thursday, February 8th, 2007.
I'm Christina Carmody here with Ashley Gerke, and here's your high school report.
If you need a student ID for the dance this Saturday, you must order it from Mrs. Bell in the library before 4th hour tomorrow. There will be no exceptions. There is an informational meeting for the parents of juniors tonight at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. We will be discussing the upcoming Michigan Merit Exam. Students who have not picked up their report cards may do so today or tomorrow from the main office. Unclaimed cards will be mailed home on Monday.
This Valentine's Day, why not dine out at Italia Gardens and support Project Graduation? Just make sure when you order, say, I'm supporting Project Graduation. And Key Club members, the $80 for club convention is due by tomorrow. Don't forget to collect the pull tabs from your pop cans to help support the dialysis research. The Key Club will be collecting them during all lunches. One Davison student has needed dialysis to help keep her alive. Here's more information about the fundraiser and dialysis from Ms. Herforth and Whitney Binder.
Ongoing project where we collect the pop tabs and then they turn those into a recycling area and they get money for it. And that money is used to help people who need to have dialysis.
It's where the stuff gets hooked up to you and it filters the blood and takes all the bad stuff out because there's not enough potassium.
People need dialysis to clean their blood, to keep them healthy. Usually it's until they can get a transplant or until they can cure whatever problem the person is having. We actually have a student here in Davison who had dialysis. It kept her alive until her problem was solved. And so it's kind of and she's a member of Key Club, so it's become kind of a personal issue with our Key Club here at Davison. We know what it's all about, we know how it can help people, and just a couple of pop tabs and before you know it, you've got several pounds of aluminum, and that can really help raise money to help these people that it's life and death for many of them. So it can be very helpful for them, and that's one of our goals this year.
The people that have to be on dialysis, it costs a lot of money, and so I thought that the school could raise money with the pop tabs and we could turn it in at convention for the Key Club.
What we're going to be doing is we're going to be collecting pop tabs during all the lunches. We'll have containers for each grade, just for fun to see who can, which class can get the most pop tabs. But they'll be setting out during all lunches. There'll be Key Clubbers down there, and you can just drop your tabs off and put them in the correct box.
Sadie Hawkins dance tickets are available during all lunches for only $5. Tickets will also be available at the door for $7. With Valentine's Day just a week away, the Cardinal Shop is selling teddy bears and flowers to be sent to your special someone. Hurry in to check out the great selection and choose your bear today. At just $5, these bears won't last long. And now it's time for Brown's blog.
Good morning, DHS. Today I'd like to spend some time talking to you about scheduling for next year. Today we're going to start the scheduling process, and each of you should receive at some point during the day today materials from one of your teachers. If you are a freshman, these materials should be given to you in your Earth Science class. Sophomores, you should receive your materials in your American History class, and if you're a junior, you should receive your scheduling materials in your Junior English class. Those materials will basically consist of 4 items. You will receive a credit worksheet. This is designed for you to make sure that you are on track for graduation. Remember that all graduating seniors are required to have 23 credits. You're required to have credits in specific areas. You need 4 credits in English, 2 credits in math, 2 credits in science, and 3 credits in the World Studies department. You also need a credit in phys, or a half a credit in phys ed and a half a credit in health. Please make sure that you look over your credit check worksheets and ensure that you are earning all of the credits that you're going to need and on target for graduation. You're also going to receive a sheet of instructions, and these instructions are going to be specific for each individual regarding or based on the class that you're in. So the 9th grade instructional sheet will be somewhat different than the 10th grade instructional sheet and so forth. You will also receive a course selection book. This course selection book lists all of the courses that are offered here at Davison High School. One of the things that you're going to find in that course selection book is that it still lists TAs, office assistants, and positions like this, which are no longer allowed by the state of Michigan. So those will not be things that you can request on your course request sheet, which is the colored sheet that you're going to receive in your packet. It will be green, pink, or blue, depending on your class. What you're going to be doing today and tomorrow is to go take this credit request sheet around to your teachers. You're not going to request any honors or basic classes, but many of the classes have prerequisites or require teachers' permission or recommendation in order to schedule a specific class. I encourage all of you to talk to your teachers today and tomorrow to ensure that you're being placed in an appropriate class. If you are a sophomore, I would strongly encourage you to make sure that you are enrolled in both a science and a math class next year to make sure that you are going to be adequately prepared for the MME exam that you're going to take in March. Please talk with your biology teachers, sophomores, and make sure that you're choosing an appropriate class, chemistry, honors physics, or conceptual physics, so that you're scheduled in the right place. Also, if you're a math student, I strongly encourage you to take the next math course in the sequence. One of the things we hear from some of the students that return to us year after year at the alumni luncheon is how important math and science are, in addition to the English courses and world studies courses, in preparing you for college. Finally, all of these course selection sheets are going to be due tomorrow. You are to return them to the same teacher that you received them from today, and your counselors will then begin scheduling you on Monday of next week. We'll start with juniors and work our way back through the freshman class. If you have questions concerning the scheduling process or the course selection sheets or what classes you might be most likely to be successful in, please speak with your teachers. Your teachers are very knowledgeable in this area and can help to direct you into the appropriate classes. Finally, on another tone, make sure that you have your ID for the dance on Saturday. We had a huge problem with freshmen in the fall at the homecoming dance not bringing their ID, and basically we don't allow you into the door, into the dance without that ID, so please make sure that you have that with you. I'd like to also request that you keep an eye on your electronic devices. Many of you are using cell phones and CD players and iPods and things like that in school, and they are not allowed, so please make sure that you're cognizant of that. And then finally, last but not least, I'd like to mention a big congratulations to our DTV crew for their accomplishments, once again being the #1 team as far as video broadcast in the state of Michigan. Great job, guys, and have a great day, DHS.
Are you considering a career in broadcast journalism? Consider joining Michigan's #1 high school team, DTV. Applications are available in the DTV room first hour, or you can pick one up in the guidance office. The deadline for applying is Friday, February 16th. Students planning on traveling outside the U.S. for spring break must have a passport. The U.S. Postal Service will be holding a passport fair this Sunday, February 11th at the Flint location. Students can apply for a passport and have their photo taken at the same time. Remember, it takes 6 weeks to receive your passport, so don't miss out on this opportunity. Now we'll head over to the sports desk with today's edition of your DTV Sports.
Christina. I'm Cam Smith here with your Thursday's edition of your DTV Sports. Two of our very own Davison High School students have accepted scholarships to scholarship offers to play college football at a press conference yesterday. Wide receiver and defensive back Jeremy Wilson will sign with Central Michigan University, and offensive tackle Aaron Ball is signing with Michigan Technological University. And now we'll go from football to bowling. The girls' bowling team continued their winning ways with a dominating win over Flushing. Final score was Davison 33, Flushing 2. The high-score individuals were Samantha Deaton with 218, Kelly Harwell with 181, and Danielle Lair with 177. The girls' next match is this Saturday at Galaxy Lanes. They will take on the Carmen Ainsworth Cavaliers. Saturday, the Davison boys bowling team traveled to Owasso to face the Flushing Raiders. The Cardinals won all 3 of the Baker games to start the competition. The final score was Davison 31, Flushing 4. Leading the way for the Cardinals were senior Scott Fizzaculi with the 206 game, sophomore Kyle McInerney with the 201 game, and junior Chad Hoover with a 192 game. Well, that's it for your DTV Sports. Now back to the girls for the rest of your news.
Thanks, Cameron. The Michigan Society of Professional Engineers is sponsoring an Engineering Career Day for 2007 on Wednesday, February 21st. Students planning to pursue a career in engineering are invited to attend this event. Representatives from General Motors, Genesee County Road Commission, and Kettering University are among the speakers who will discuss careers in engineering. Spaces are limited, and the deadline to sign up is February 9th. And see Mrs. Horning in the Career Center if you would like to participate. Don't forget, if you need a student ID for Saturday's dance, you must contact Mrs. Bell in the library before 4th hour tomorrow. And also don't forget to turn in your DTV applications by next Friday. And that's it for today's edition of your DTV News. I'm Ashley Gerke.
And I'm Christina Carmody. Have an excellent day, DHS.
Thank you.